says he's going to do, which is why I think you see so much alarm about the election right now, given his rhetoric. So the president, for days in advance, and his advisors attacked Joe proposing to do exactly what he says he's going to do, which is why I think you see so much alarm about the election right now, given his rhetoric. So the president, for days in advance, and his advisors attacked Joe Biden in very, very stark terms, made it very clear his whole goal was to get Biden off his game, to be very, very aggressive. And yet, because it was exploding the boundaries even for President Trump, Wallace did not seem to be prepared to handle it. The commission, frankly, has in effect admitted its mistake in agreeing to rules with the Trump campaign that the president was never going to abide by. So it's an extraordinary situation we have where the rogue actor is at the very top.
Yeah, and I guess what I'm saying, Peter, is that what does it say if people can still be surprised by this? And Wallace, who in many ways is establishment, right? What does it say that the establishment can be surprised by President Trump at this point?
Well, look, he has made a point of finding new and different ways to challenge norms, challenge assumptions, challenge the traditions of his office, challenge the rules of the game since day one. And it's remarkable that we are surprised, but you're right, we do find ourselves, I think, surprised day in and day out. Basically, what he was doing in this debate, undercutting the very idea of the election, right? That people should not trust it, that they should feel like it's rigged, they should feel like the whole thing is a fraud, unless, of course, he wins. And what he's doing, of course, is setting up, a plausible explanation for at least some of his supporters if things don't go the way he wants them to be, rather than trying to actually deal with any genuine issues that there might be in terms of turning around an election in the middle of a pandemic. And I think that, the fact that we're still surprised speaks to his way of thinking of the presidency. He told aides early on, we reported this, think of every day of the presidency like another 30 minutes reality show. And he has managed to keep that reality show that he did have on the air for 14 years. If you can keep the suspense factor going on that kind of a show for 14 years, he's shown so far he can do that same thing in the presidency.
Yeah, I think it actually probably says more, not about the president, but says more about the establishment, as it were, that it can be surprised at this point. Maybe they shouldn't be. Maybe they should, take the president at his word. Maybe they should look at the history here that there is no norm, no boundary that he is not willing to explode. Mitch McConnell, for the second time in 2 weeks, has needed to come out to, try to put up guardrails or to speak out against something the president said the first time was about the integrity of the election and whether or not there will be a peaceful transfer of power.